Your natural beauty is radiant enough to shine through without cosmetic enhancement. That does set you apart from most. Damn, Ben Helsing just calling out all the girls that wear makeup, including me. This is Aromie here, and welcome back to Code Realized Future Blessings. We're here, still on our weekend date, shopping for stuff. Still, I wonder, is this truly alright? The feel of Ben Helsing's warm grip gives me all the answer I need. Blessed with such kindness, how could I possibly refuse? My heart now full of anticipation rather than trepidation, I step inside the luxurious interior.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you for your patronage. I had stepped into the boutique holding Van Helsing's hand and stepped out holding a beautiful new purse. I marveled at things I hadn't noticed when it was behind glass, running my fingers along detailed filigree, feeling a suppleness. Thank you, Van Helsing. I'll treasure it. And all the rest of these lovely things. Are you absolutely sure you can afford all this? Our shopping spree comprised much more than the purse. We bought tableware, new bedclothes, all manner of household items. The balcony so vast there was no carrying ourselves. The only item we take with us is the purse. Then Helsing arranged for everything else to be shipped to the mansion. You've wanted for possessions ever since you came to London. Even what we bought today is hardly enough. Even with armory so packed they can scarcely shut. Ladies your age aren't apt to complain their wardrobe is lacking. A full armory? What the fuck? Closets and armories? And St. Germain's manse are rather large. I have clothes, hats, and hairpins in mine, but the empty space is still expansive. I never remember feeling put out because of something I didn't own. Perhaps I don't have a strong attachment to physical objects. I have no idea what I'd do with that many clothes. You can only wear so many at once. I wish I had her mentality. Because I go through phases. If I'm not dumping money and I used to dump money in makeup, but I'm very minimal now with my makeup, so I don't spend as much until, I'm nearing the end of something. And then I moved on from makeup to K-pop. K-pop took my money, especially BTS. And then I moved away from there and started buying anime stuff again. I go through phases, but I eventually round right back, alright? I round right back. But before all that, it was clothes. Now I'm back to clothes again. I'm very obsessed with clothes, and there's so many handmade clothes that I want to purchase. And not even handmade. Most of these are if it's not handmade, cardigans or something like that. I'm very obsessed with silky dresses now. The brand Silky. Bro. I want their puff dress, one in every color, please, to fit my mood. But it's always sold out, and on top of that, I don't have the money for it, so good thing it's sold out, I guess. Not all at the same time. You choose your wardrobe based on how you feel that day or what the weather will be like. For what, though? I'm far from an expert on the way women think, but I assume to appear attractive. Sometimes I do just want to dress up to feel like a badass, or to feel like a princess one day. It just depends on my mood. Becoming a lady seems far more complex than I had imagined. What? You are a lady, a fine one. Your natural beauty is radiant enough to shine through without cosmetic enhancement. That does set you apart from most. Damn, Ben Helsing just calling out all the girls that wear makeup, including me. Alright, I'm wearing makeup to make me feel happy, alright? Because my dumbass adult acne that came out of fucking nowhere when I had clear skin for the longest time until I hit 23 or something. I'm flattered. I feel so attacked. Right, any other boutiques that seem promising? Feel free to look inside of me. Well, I'd like to see that one across the way. A smithy? I was thinking we could do with the new pot. How very you. As the afternoon wears on, Van Helsing and I stroll here and there about the city. Time seems to pass so much faster here than when I'm simply waiting in the mansion. Van Helsing made a conversation explaining this and that, the perfect gentleman escort. He even had the grace to take me into a very feminine boutique, looking rather out of place as the only male customer. Realizing it wasn't a coincidence, he had researched the shop, thinking I might like it, brings an instant smile to my face. And yet, he has been so busy until recently. How did he find the time to plan this outing with such meticulousness? Had he been through a great deal of trouble just for my sake? Unable to shake the thought, I look up at him striding beside me. I already know what would happen if I asked. I get a grin and no trouble at all. He's so sweet. Here we are. Then Helsing leads the way, and at length we arrive at a bistro, or so the business's signboard read. This is... I'm positive I've seen the word before. The establishment itself seems to be in a basement level, so I can't see inside. What is this place? What do they sell? Like a restaurant, they serve food. A restaurant? Oh, I know this. I've read about these before. Not that I would ever speak ill of cooking, but enjoying a meal in a different environment would be a good experience. Michiko, all this is possible for you now. I suppose so. All these normal things I can do now. All the tableware and crockery at the mansion had been poison-proof, so there was never any issue. But outside, I had never been able to take a place like this by anyone. Is this somewhere you come often? Oh, he sounds so cute now. Like just earlier of him just like stuttering or whatever. That was adorable. No, in fact, this is the first visit for us both. I asked around. This bistro came very highly recommended indeed. You went to so much trouble. Thank you. Save your thanks until the meal proves itself deserving. I mean, he's right. The people could recommend it, but everyone has different tastes, you know? We descend a fairly dark staircase. Watch your step. Right. Mere seconds later, a wooden door appears. After making certain I was right behind him, Van Helsing slowly opens the door. Ooh! A dim orange glow suffuses, I don't know, the space. The ambience is calming and inviting, as space the exterior did not begin to suggest. While not quite boisterous, the bistro is full of many other couples seated together and talking to one another. Good evening. Yes, I have a reservation. Soon we are seated. I feel somewhat uneasy, though I couldn't say why. Maybe it showed on my face, and Helsing looks at me and begins to chuckle. He looks so serious. I've never been in a place like this. I'm not sure what to do. And besides, it was something that sprang quite unbidden to my mind. I shook my head as though it were nothing. Well, you have no reason to be nervous. Enjoy the food. That's about all there is to it. Choose what I want from this list, he says. I open the elegantly folded menu. The names of the dishes are convoluted, frankly beyond my ken. It's extremely difficult to imagine what I might receive if I ordered a Talavint Canellis Boudin and caviar sauce. I probably butchered everything except in caviar sauce. I suppose it is a lot to take in all of a sudden. If you can't decide, shall we order a full dinner course? Ooh, that sounds so fancy. I wish I could order that, even though, like, you know, typically we already do by ordering an appetizer. If you already do that, and then your entree, and then your dessert. Usually, I never end up ordering dessert because your girl's too full. Appetizers is a maybe. I usually just order entree. But it would be nice to one day go to a restaurant and just have like a full dinner course where they just bring it out to you. Because I'm not allergic to anything, so I'll eat anything. I don't hate anything, except I recently found out. I had this radish in my salad, like a red radish that I slice up and just toss in there with like no flavor whatsoever. Just like raw radish into my salad. I'm sure they wash it, but it tastes horrible. It's just so bitter, and it ruined my entire taste buds. And I had to like drown it with like salad, the other parts of the salad. Of course. It's a meal selected by the chef, planned start to finish. At the mansion, we have super salad with the main dish, yes? Think of this as being similar, but with more side dishes. Easy enough to understand. I feel like I have some idea what to expect now. Excuse me. Now let's try that. Thank you for waiting. After we place our order, dishes begin to show up at the table one after another. My goodness! 2 appetizers, soup, and the main dish is hearty roast beef. Fresh baked bread. I'm told the meal even concludes with dessert. Every dish is so exquisite. I can do little but sigh in awe. Compared to what I cook, this is an entirely different world. Hardly something to let sadden you. Poised with knife and fork in hand, I suddenly freeze. I'm worried about proper table manners. Eat as you always do. This isn't an overly formal place. And if you ever go to a formal place, use your utensils from in to out. Right? Pretty sure it's in to out, not out to in. I hope. Never been to a fancy place where they litter me with fucking utensils. But I'm pretty sure you work your way in and out, not out to in. I see. Well, here goes nothing. Without further ado, I lift a morsel to my lips. The crisp nap of fresh vegetables, slightly pungent dressing, a perfect counterpoint. The mellow warmth of perfectly prepared gravy mingling with the hearty roast. Oh, he's so handsome. Somebody's enjoying themselves. Yes, it's so good. Oh, the flavors, of the textures, the presentation, all so far beyond what I'm capable of. It pleases me to see that smile. Thank you. Thank you so much for today. Not only this wonderful restaurant, but all the lovely stores. Then Helsing gives a simple nod. I want to be able to make something like this. I just might be able to best MP's cooking for once. I forgot MP's actually good at cooking. I keep forgetting that. But look at how handsome he is. Oh, spoiled my girl today. I'm starting tomorrow. I'm gonna learn how to cook better. I'm glad to hear you say it, but I hope it won't mean less dining out. As we enjoy our meal, patrons of the bistro leave. New ones arrive to take their tables. Perhaps because of the romantic atmosphere, most of the clientele are indeed couples. As rude as my roving eyes might be, I can't help but gape at the female customers as they sashay down the restaurant's staircase. What is it? The niggling thought that struck me as we were being seated. There was hardly any need to voice it to Van Helsing, but he did ask. I could think of no reason to hide my feelings. The women here are dressed so elegantly, I feel completely out of place. Having said this, I find myself paying even closer attention to the people around us. Thank goodness nobody seems to be looking at us in disdain, but the difference in attire is undeniable. What, that's it? Well, yes, that's it. I'm woefully underdressed, and I don't want that to reflect on you. It's fine, don't overthink it. You've done nothing to embarrass yourself, let alone me. But modesty has a certain nobility, but I do think it might behoove you to be more aware of your own charms. Then Helsing chuckles at this and turns to a man behind a counter, summoning him. Can I get you anything?
率直に言ってくれて構わない。
Ah! Don't do this!
彼女のことをどう思う？
Apologies, I realize you're working, but a quick and honest opinion will be fine. What do you make of this young lady? Don't embarrass me! What? Stunned into utter speechlessness, I can, but sit in shock as the bartender praises me.
お客様に盛大に嫉妬してしまいますね。驚くほど。
This is embarrassing. Well, my good man, I'm more than a little envious. She's a looker. Stunning, in fact. I will not forgive you for this. Van Helsing, this is embarrassing. You don't do that. But anyway, this is where we're ending today's episode off. Getting a compliment from the bartender, I guess. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I will see you guys in the next one.